Welcome to AI Brief. For this deep dive, we're looking at some really interesting shifts and new developments in AI and robotics that have caught our eye.
Yeah, quite a mix today. We've got hardware breakthroughs, strategy shifts in big pharma, security startups, and, well, some pretty wild robotics news, too.
Definitely. We want to get past the headlines, really unpack what these things mean. So where should we start? Maybe with Huawei.
Sounds good. So Huawei's just rolled out their next-gen Ascend AI processor.
Right, and the talk is all about, big performance improvements and better energy efficiency.
Exactly. And what makes this particularly interesting is the timing, isn't it?
You mean with the U.S. export restrictions hitting Nvidia's high-end chip sales in China?
Precisely. It sort of opens a door for Huawei domestically. This isn't just like a product launch. It fits right into China's broader goal of tech self-sufficiency.
Right, becoming less reliant on, well, particularly American tech in AI and
Yeah.
semiconductors.
hmm And even if international sales are tough for them because of sanctions, dominating their home market could, start to shift the global AI infrastructure balance.
So the big takeaway is potentially more intense competition, more pressure on Western chip makers.
I think so. It could accelerate innovation everywhere, really, especially as China pushes hard to build its own ecosystem.
Okay, interesting. Let's shift gears a bit. Johnson, they're adjusting their AI strategy.
Yeah, they seem to be pivoting towards more, let's say, practical applications, stuff focused on efficiency and patient outcomes.
So less pie-in-the-sky research and more.
Wait,
Optimizing supply chains.
that and things like speeding up clinical trials, which are notoriously slow and expensive, and also boosting their surgical robotics.
Their chief scientific officer mentioned focusing on measurable near-term results, right?
Yeah, Saline, yeah.
Yeah.
A definite move away from maybe more speculative long-term AI bets.
And competitors like Medtronic and Boston Scientific are also pushing hard on AI. I imagine that plays a role.
Oh, for sure. That competitive pressure is likely a big factor in J&J wanting a, sharper, more results-oriented approach. They're still investing heavily, just maybe more pragmatically.
It feels like part of that broader trend we keep seeing AI moving out of the lab and into like actual day-to-day operations in healthcare.
Absolutely. And if they pull it off, it could mean faster innovation actually reaching patients. That's a huge potential advantage.
Okay, sticking with practical applications but moving to security. Pillar Security raised $9 million.
Yep, seed funding. And their whole focus is security for AI integrated systems. It's a pretty specific niche.
AI-specific risks, you mean? Like what exactly?
Things like evasion attacks, basically tricking the AI model,
So,
or data poisoning, where you mess up the data it learns from.
okay. And privacy breaches, IP leakage too, I saw.
Right, the stuff that goes beyond traditional cybersecurity when AI is involved. Pillar System apparently automates finding these AI assets, testing them, and putting protections in place.
And Shield Capital led the funding round. They seem to think new security standards are needed for these more autonomous AI systems.
Well, yeah, as companies use more generative AI and things like autonomous agents, your old firewall isn't going to cut it.
So Pillar's aiming for real-time protection for this. What do they call it? The intelligence age?
Yeah, where software and data act more independently, it's a different ballgame for security.
Makes sense. Okay, let's switch over to robotics. Some interesting stuff happening there too. Hugging Face acquiring Pollen Robotics.
Yeah, that caught my eye. Hugging Face, known for open source AI, is getting into hardware with Pollen's Reachy 2 humanoid robot.
And their goal is to democratize robotics. What does that mean in practice?
It means, unlike Tesla or Figure building their own closed systems, Hugging Face plans to sell Reachy 2 soon.
Okay.
And crucially, make the code open source so developers can tinker, modify, build on it. That's the democratization part.
That is different. Could definitely spur some community innovation. What else in robotics? The prosthetic hand.
Yeah, the hand Houdini stuff. There were those videos going around. A UK startup, Open Bionics, unveiled what they're calling the most advanced bionic arm.
Advanced how? Faster, stronger.
Both, apparently. Twice as fast and strong, they claim. Plus, it's supposed to be the lightest and the first fully waterproof one.
Waterproof is a big deal. And it works detached. How?
Wireless EMG electrodes, they read the muscle signals from the user's arm even when the hand isn't physically connected. Pretty neat tech.
Wow. Okay, from advanced prosthetics to edible robots.
Yeah.
RoboKick.
Slightly. Yeah, RoboKick. Swiss researchers. It's got these little gelatin teddy bears that move using pneumatics.
And edible batteries. Seriously.
Apparently the world's first edible, rechargeable ones. It sounds like a novelty, but they suggest potential uses like delivering nutrients or being digestible sensors.
Adjustable sensors for food freshness.
Ah,
That's creative. Okay, one last robotics item. The supply chain debate. Planetary roller screws.
right, PRS. A Fast Company piece suggested China could dominate humanoid robotics by controlling the PRS supply, claiming they're key components in robots from Tesla and Figure AI.
But that's being disputed.
Yeah, Figure AI CEO Brett Adcock pushed back pretty firmly. He said most humanoid developers aren't using PRS tech.
Huh. So maybe the supply chain dynamics are a bit more complex or just different than that article portrayed. Shows how fast things are moving.
Definitely. Always good to get multiple perspectives.
Okay, before we wrap up, let's quickly run through some of those trending AI tools we spotted.
Sure. There was Hostinger Horizons AI for creating web apps, includes hosting and stuff.
Alter, which is pitched as a creative engine to organize and analyze ideas, turn thoughts into actions.
MindPal sounds like it turns your expertise into AI agents for automation or even making money.
Suitpacks, an AI travel platform focused on business travel automation and personalized itineraries.
Extrovert, an AI tool specifically for warming up LinkedIn prospects, building trust.
Mintlify, we've seen this mentioned before, an AI-native documentation platform for developers known for its design.
And Aqua Voice speech-to-text claiming much faster, more accurate dictation for Mac and Windows.
Quite a list. Always interesting to see the range of tools popping up.
Yeah, it covers a lot of ground, from development to sales to personal productivity.
Well, that covers our deep dive for today, from Huawei challenging Nvidia to edible robots and AI security. Quite the landscape.
It really is. Constant change, constant innovation.
We hope this exploration gave you some valuable insights into these really fast-moving fields.
And if you found this informative, please do follow and share AI Brief. It helps others stay in the loop, too.